the Master investigations for instance get a return to Bola. I suppose my first order of business should be to locate Tabata's statue. Mr. Edgeworth! It's okay. What's the situation? Oh, it's great! This game is so much fun! In other words, they made absolutely no progress. We were goofing up on it, sir. We've been investigating our hearts out. Very well, then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? We've had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. Zero progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Alabaston Embassy, is that correct? Yep! As a local detective, I'm helping out with investigations on both sides, sir. Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. It belongs to the lady under the Pink Princess's mask. The Pink Princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the Pink Badger yesterday. Oh, understood, sir. If I haven't run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all that enthusiastic to go find her, but I can't blame him. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. What? Hey, what are you going to throw that autograph away? Yes, because the Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai's autographs must have been trouble and disposed of. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake? I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. A ladder. Actually, that's a step ladder. They're the exact same thing. No way, from the structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. The step ladder is much too heavy to carry around after all. From a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. Hey, you're not going back to Albus already, are you? No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first. And a weird time of picking up after the fire. I suppose we should stay out here and investigate the state some more of that. So you're back now, Lolly, Mr. Ledgeworth. You must be tired of hearing of these. You can eat whatever you like. And these are... The Skunk Coupons for the cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern, however, these coupons do nothing for me right now. This open air stage, what function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Balba. That tonight over in Alfred and Rose Garden, Ambassador Alamo is going to give a speech. And you know what? Mary told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to, because of the fire that Yatagashi started. Exactly. Master Polano, I'd like to ask of you a little bit more about the Primiduc statue. Shoes. I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Albus and Barbara used to be in one country called Kulpada? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the permanent statue belongs to the founders of the Kulpada. At least that's how the story goes. It was beneath the arch of the king of Kulpada as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. Yes, that's right. That is why both companies are so adamant about their claim. Look, when you're a statue, definitely you're the right to rule is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it though, I suppose. If Albus and Barbara were to re-establish relations, should they put an end to squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The permanent statue is more important now as a key to the diplomacy. If Ambassador Palmer knows what happened to the very important key to diplomacy, as I suggest showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Ambassador Palano, there's just one thing that I'd like to ask you about. Yes, don't worry, you can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? Exchange, I expect you to come to the Bombay, yes? Thank you, but just the one thing is all I require. Annie Coaching, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. So, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I know. I didn't see the I know part. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, I had to put in one word. He was an able man. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. I think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose and go completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Something was approaching had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been very busy. Since I became the Bobbly's representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover up my work for me. Sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, really see, tonight's event proceeded without a hitch. Our 2 countries will literally reunify and become one again. But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Ambassador Palana, if you could please take a look at this for me. The product statue seen in Albus right now actually belongs to Baldy. So it would appeal. I received a call from Mr. Montgomery about this earlier. You will understand why I wish to inspect Father's Palmic statue immediately. Because the statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. It is definitely Albus' statue. I know, because it's the real statue. You're saying that Father's was a replica? I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders in Balda. I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with them and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. They say that we could not determine which statue was real. Hold it! Why are you telling me this? Because you already figured it out. Our statue is just a hollow gold cell. Even if Balba was simply space, the unification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? If you don't know yourself, then I wouldn't pretend to know either. And I thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary, it was some of wealth to be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Mr. Edgeworth! You're enjoying yourself, detective? Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? Well... I think you guys found nothing of any particular use, as usual. Hey, Mr. Edger, I got something really interesting from Ambassador Paolano. What is this? Something interesting. Yes, sir. Wow, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there. Why does the flame burn green, detective? So apparently, if you burn the special white crystal oil that they only make in Vala, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a place supposed to be to visit Vala, so the oil won out. Hey, Gummy, what about these silhouettes? They stuck out some cards on the outside of the lantern to protect the images. Oh, silhouettes, huh? They're rather pretty, aren't they? Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. You think you can do that much? Uh-huh. Got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? That's because I'm Mr. Edger's partner. I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. Expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. Hey, where are you going? Are you headed back to Alabas? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. Oh, I see. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country. That's the gist of it. Others that's as strict as Alabas. In the inspection of the people and things that enter the country. Meaning that somehow both mortar weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapons finding is the person who traveled both countries. You mean the fake Yatagashiro? One way, remember, the Yatagashiro is connected. Of this, I'm sure. Now then, where was the Yatagashiro first spotted? I believe it was the Rose Garden on the Elmbaston side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least that's where I heard the Yatagashiro you had a plan. In that case, I bring it to fire and I investigate the Rose Garden post haste. Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it? My guess is that's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use? There's a little water on it. How did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. I was thinking, they have concerts here at this open air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find it on the link. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Miss Edger, would you be willing to hold on to this? What is this? It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day would be of some use in tracking her down. So I kept it safe all this time. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold on to it for you. Trying to investigate some Albus now, but I know, I'll go back to Boulder and do some more investigating there. I see, you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, thanks, and Baba. Although I can't really say I expect much from Scruffy and that car. The investigation into Manny Coach's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagashiryu has. Ah yes, Yatagashiryu. Even now I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will. Preposterous! Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagashiryu. That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech here tonight in Alabasta. And that's when the Yatagashiryu appeared. The sound of the mysterious teeth appeared and just as suddenly it vanished. After that, there was the fire at the Babanese embassy that the Yatagashiryu started. I've had not a single feather from that Yatagashiryu shall escape my diligence. Finished checking out all the bystanders. Yes, sir! And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and 1 person ran over lights, sir. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get these other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor, I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive any word from Ambassador Alba? Let's wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Alright, after we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I can be so easily caught away from this case after I've come so far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You with me on that, white Mr. Prosecutor? You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagashiryu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw that thief alright, with my own 2 eyes. The Yatagashiryu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of "It's the Yatagashiryu" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got the layer lit out again, the thief had vanished. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the light went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain, the Yatagashiryu was here. So you're saying that basically all you saw was a thief's silhouette? Yes.
Objection!
If all you saw was a shadow, it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow? That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. It's not just pathetic, the pool's water is also used in putting out fires. I see. Oh. Will stop filling itself automatically. Fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. This water is used to put out fires. I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level. Would suggest that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it just in case. Larry! Ah! How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Hi, Eddie. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, this pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that. You really think that I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun?
Objection!
Alright then. Did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess, but no dice. So you know my son, right, Eddie? Your son? I guess I kind of lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw. You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway? Huh? How old is he again?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick, the pink princess. The pink princess.
Hold it!
Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. Oh, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Sith Samurai through and through, heart and soul. The Iron Infant is my cute little son. You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Larry, we have not seen head nor hair of the Iron Infant. What's it so that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sound good. I guess I'll go search over there. Hey, wait! Oh, it's as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. He's only some murders. He sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. The statue bears a resemblance to the Primodox statue. The plaque says King Primodox in the battlefield. To save the Queen, King Primodox put his life on the line and went to war. So Primodox was actually a person of royal blood. But he was simply some intimidating character from an ancient legend. Well, that surprises me that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai exists. I suppose there's that too. So this function has an emergency water reservoir. Fully because it's at the fitness of platform. Ants align as the Samurai pills from the possible that the Yetsugas were hidden in these bushes? Of course not! They're rose bushes! You've been spending so much time with Scruffy and that girl that they're rubbing off on you. It's alright. I'll wake you up out of your stubble. Now, the next time you feel like a sleep talking, remember that I'll whip you for real. All I touch you is off of a possibility, and this is what I get. Statue of a woman, and one of the ladies pouring water. It says that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primodox. It seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. My mouth about a statue and she somehow made the leap to that. The sun appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagashiro. I believe I figured out its true origin. I expect no less from my subordinate, and let's hear what you know on the subject. What is the side of the Yatagashiro?
Take that!
The sun appearing and disappearing shadows of the Yatagashiro. It is not possible that it was created by this statue.
Objection!
Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears up to no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagashiro. You are correct, however. This statue is but one part of the whole picture. What do you mean by only one part? What is the other part to the real form of the Yatagashiro's shadow? Take that! It's another statue? The Yatagashiro's shadow is made from the shadows of these two statues. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the ghosts were in a panic state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagashiro's shadow? Precisely. And then once they reveal the true form of the Yatagashiro. Plus, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of King Clemodux in the battlefield, the shadow of the king statue will appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we set a light up on the queen who spoke of love to King Clemodux, also it would also appear on the backdrop to the stage. So if we were to combine the two shadows, it looks nothing like the Yatagashiro's shadow. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Francisca! The way the light needs to be shown on the queen statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe a whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow. Only one part? Yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagashiro's shadow. Why didn't you say that in the first place? You're right. I apologize. Now, which part of this the queen statue was used to complete the Yatagashiro's shadow? Take that! Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? And what does that remind you of? Ha! That's right, it can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Let's just get it. Can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. It's... yeah, it's exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand. And then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In the panic, the guest must have moved the spotlights around. Which we can assume was also a part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagashiro's shadow had vanished. Which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagashiro never did visit Albus tonight. The only country that the thief visit was Valma, although it can be assumed that the Yatagashiro had an accomplice in Albus. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. So the biggest reveal we saw in this case is the existence of this accomplice. How is the investigation going? Detective Bad, have come to join us in investigating the Yatagashiro. I've left a murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target from the very beginning is the Yatagashiro, so yes. Maybe so nah. So what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sir, but you might regret it. We're here because we are waiting to face whatever may come. So if you please, for the people's blood the commotion, bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, "I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist." She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her. What in the wood? The gas route is flying through the air? The time, they are a-changing. It's not just man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires, on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. See, so this was taken after the fire. The in this picture took off from the bulbous embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabama.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. 2, actually. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Test on the mystery behind this photograph. The Yachikasu took off from the Barbados embassy, so I should start from there. Francisca, I need to return to the Baba investigation for a bit. Alright. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building. Alright, I'm counting on you. Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now come on, let's get back to our investigation. Yes, let's.